Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Zainab Rahim, and my topic for today is our Prophet, peace be upon him, in times of social media. A few days ago, I posted a relatable meme online, something light, something funny. As I waited for the responses to flow in, I found myself eagerly watching my screen, expecting the hearts, the likes, the views, the comments. Now, we all understand that feeling when the notifications roll in. It's as if the world quietly whispers, "We see you." However, this time it was different. Minutes turned into hours and the silence had begun to sting. I tried to tell myself it was just social media. But deep down, I knew it wasn't about the posts. It was about something far deeper. It's that human longing we feel to be seen, to be heard, and to be valued. That night, I had reflected and I thought about our beloved Prophet, Muhammad, peace be upon him. A man whose message had traveled across deserts and oceans, through centuries and civilizations, without the single use of a smartphone, a trending hashtag, or a promise of instant audience. And I asked myself, how did he do it? How was it possible? Our Prophet, peace be upon him, was born in Mecca, a city bustling with trade and noise, but empty of justice. A city where the poor were invisible, where orphans were ignored, and where the voices of women were silenced. Our Prophet, peace be upon him, understood this pain firsthand, seen as he was an orphan himself. He knew what it was like to be invisible, to be ignored, and to simply not be appreciated. However, he took this suffering, this pain, and he turned it into compassion. He did not allow it to make him bitter, to make him resentful. Our Prophet, peace be upon him, took this pain and this suffering, and he allowed it to grow his heart to not only embrace a country, but rather all of humanity. At the age of 40, in the quiet of the cave of Hira, our Prophet had received the first revelation. Read, in the name of your Lord who created. One word, read. It had sparked a revolution so great, a revolution that did not depend on short-lived trends or digital noise, but rather it grew through the power of action and the beauty of character. Our Prophet, peace be upon him, had been ridiculed by his people as he stood on Mount Safa, calling them towards Islam. They boycotted him. They called him derogatory names, and some had even threatened to kill him. However, he did not allow this to make him a better person. He did not let down his principles. He did not allow himself to be swayed by popularity and fame. He was a leader who was brave, ambitious, honest, and faithful. Our Prophet, peace be upon him, was someone who could stand here and he would tell you the truth. He wouldn't lie, and he was just a good person. So, what moves me most about our Prophet is that even with his immense mission, he never saw himself greater than others. He spoke about Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam with such great love and respect. He spoke about the Day of Judgment and how Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam would be the first to be clothed with garments of dignity. He spoke about Prophet Isa alayhi salam as though he is his closest brother. And he said, "The prophets are like brothers, from one father, their mothers different, but their religion's one." These words reminded us of something timeless, that greatness does not lie in comparison or competition. It lies in unity and humility. Even in his highest station, our Prophet, peace be upon him, had never seen himself greater than another. Once, when two people were arguing, a Jewish man and a Muslim man, over whose prophet was far more superior, the Prophet found himself upset. He had reminded them that on the day of judgment, when all of humanity will fall unconscious, Prophet Musa alayhi salam will be the first holding on to the throne of God. This is humility. This is prophethood in brotherhood. Now, in our age and our time, where worth is measured in views, in likes, and in comments, how often is it that we forget that our real value does not lie in how many see us, but rather in how we are seen and how we see others? Our Prophet, peace be upon him, did not seek attention. He gave it. He saw the unseen. He acknowledged the ignored. When a child approached him, he turned towards them. When the poor came up to him, he sat beside them. When his enemies mocked him and they were rude to him, he responded with words of patience and mercy. So, I ask you, imagine if we lived like this online, if every post, comment, and share was rooted in kindness. And today, I leave you with this thought. If our Prophet could change the world with his unwavering faith, his compassion, and his humility, what can you individuals do with your voice, your courage, and your platform? Shukran.